Valentine's Day. A time of romance, of love, of soulmates. Yeah, you know where this is going. Those of you who've been following me for a long time know that my heart is essentially a vestigial organ. I have no love in the dark, cobweb-filled recess that I call the soul. So, instead of talking about how awesome Valentine's Day and love are, we're gonna have a video that is my pet peeves about romances in books. Yep. Now, most of you know that I don't really read straight-up romance books. I tend to avoid them. They're not really my thing. However, I do have a soft side for romances within another plot, and I do actually like my stories, whether the ones I'm reading or writing, to include a romance of some kind. I don't know why that is, I just do, alright? It's just a thing with me. But there are plenty of tropes that often happen in these romances, especially in the YA, which I read and write, that I get awfully sick of quite quickly. And we're gonna look at them. These aren't in any particular order except the last one. The last one deserves its spot as the one that annoys me the most. But the rest of these are just in whatever order I thought of them, so yeah. Alright, the first on my list is Insta-love. Yeah, I know a lot of people are sick of insta-love. The guy and the girl, they see each other, sometimes even over a distance, and they're just like, who is that? That is the person that I would like to be in love with. So there. And it just happens, and it doesn't make any sense. There's a fruit fly in here. There's no chemistry, nothing. It's just instantly they lock eyes and they want to bone. Fruit fly happening. I don't know how we got in here. He's super lost. There's no fruit in here. This is a library. Number 2 on my list is stalking is sexy? Okay, a lot of this happens in young adult books, especially young adult romance books where the focus is more on the romance. But it does happen in ordinary books too, where a character will legitimately be exhibiting the behavior of a stalker, on whom you should call the police. And instead, the girl thinks it's charming and sexy that he's being protective when he's like following her everywhere and outside her house or inside her house without her permission. It's not okay. Doing anything without her permission is not okay. I have no idea why anyone thinks this is sexy. I feel like women are mistaking this for being watched over and protected. But that's not what it is. And really, this one taken to an extreme kind of is emotional abuse is sexy. Because that's what happens in a lot of these books. The guy becomes super controlling, wants to know where she is at all times, wants to know who she's with, stops allowing her to see her friends, often has moments of great temper followed by moments of like apology and like the honeymoon phase. I mean, look it up. This is emotional abuse. Run! Run, girl, while you still have friends before this guy alienates you from everyone you ever loved. This is not romantic. Don't go with him. Run away from him. I don't know why we think this is sexy. Well, I don't, but some people do. Next on my list is the one kiss and I can tell we're soulmates. I know people in my life who actually believe this. Thank you, fiction. Who believe that you can tell from a single kiss with a person whether you're meant to be together. It's a kiss, it's not a magic spell. I mean, like, what if their lips were extra chapped that day? Does that mean that you're not supposed to be together? What if you have an amazing kiss with a guy or girl who turns out to be a giant asshole, but the kiss was great? Like I said, I legitimately have people in my real life that believe the kiss thing. And that makes me so sad. Don't buy into it, people, that's fiction. And writers try to avoid having that happen in your books. Because we all know from real life, you cannot tell from a single kiss whether you're supposed to be together. Next on my list is if the couple manages to get into a relationship within the span of the story, they immediately start having trouble and drama. I mean, if you have these two characters that seem to fit so well until they get into a relationship, maybe you're doing it wrong. Are writers feeling like they're not able to write a relationship and keep it interesting? I don't understand what's going on. But often, especially when a relationship is new, the people get along the best that they ever will. Really. I mean, Even if they're more mature characters, like Aslier and Cullen from my fanfiction, The New Ways of Old Gods, go check it out. You know, even if they're a more mature couple and they don't really have that goo-goo-eyed, you know, phase that they go through where they just cannot get enough of each other. If they liked each other enough to get into this relationship, don't you think they could manage to continue to like each other at least until the book ends? That always annoys me, where it's like the instant that a couple becomes a couple, they suddenly start to have all of these overdramatic couple problems and misunderstandings and jealousies and all that shit. It's like, no. Maybe sometimes we would like to see a couple functioning as a couple. Please. Next on my list is jerks with damage and soul pain that the girl just needs to love and fix. And that whole trope of, well, I was going to be a dick and murder everyone, but her love and hers alone has saved me. That usually kind of ties in with that emotionally abusive relationship we talked about earlier, actually. The guys who are jerks but have that deep, difficult past and that soul pain that the women just need to help them free from their poor souls. I'm over it. I'm so over it. Like, damaged guys, fine, but they shouldn't be dicks all the time and be dicks to everyone except for this woman who is the only one who can help them and change them for the better. Alright, and here we are. We're gonna go with my number one absolute biggest pet peeve in all of romance in books and movies and everywhere. And that is the innocent, naive girl and the worldly, knowledgeable guy. I am sick to fucking death of it. The girl has never had sex, the girl has never been in love, the girl has never even been kissed. When she sees the boy she's supposed to be with, this is literally the first time she's ever felt the fluffy butterflies in her stomach of attraction. And the guy, he's had sex, he's kissed people, he knows all about it and how it's done. Well, I have news for you, book writers and readers. There are lots of women who have had sex, been kissed, had other relationships, who are still awesome and desirable. Just because they're knowledgeable about what they're getting into doesn't make them less desirable. I am sick to death of the innocent virgin being like the ideal female character. Sick to death. Get rid of it, throw it right out the window. And where are all these men? This is a bad message for men too, because it's saying you have to be worldly, you have to have had sex, you have to know what's going on, and then you gotta find yourself some innocent lamb of a girl. That's just messed up. There are plenty of guys who are waiting to have sex, have just not found the right person. Hell, maybe they haven't been kissed yet, and they're made to feel horrible and embarrassed by it, while girls are meant to feel the opposite. And that's stupid. It's stupid. So get it up on out of my fiction, because I'm sick of it. So there you go, just in time for Valentine's Day, my biggest pet peeves about romance in books. If you do like one of these tropes and it is your guilty pleasure, that's fine. Like, as long as you're not thinking that that's actually a relationship that you want, you're fine. You know, if that's just something that you enjoy reading books about, well then it's actually good for you because you're going to have a lot easier time finding books about it since they're everywhere. But hopefully if you do agree with me, feel free to leave comments below and let me know either way, and I will see you again next time on another, whatever this was, Read, Rant, and Review vlog thingy. Why is there a fruit fly in here? What is going on? Is there like a fruit that I don't know about? Did one of my cats like bring a fruit in here? I'll see you guys next time. And just a quick reminder, if you can't get enough of my beautiful face or my sexy voice, you can check me out over on the gaming channel I'm a member of. It's called Pariah Cast, links in the doobly-doo. I do Let's Plays, I do Top 5 Wednesdays for video games, so if you're also a gamer, definitely go check that out. Okay, bye for real now.